dark and stormy night, I rested peacefully. Well, guys, we had quite the thunderstorm come through last night. We needed the rain, so I am super thankful for that. I'm just going to take a minute. I'm going to enjoy the coolness in the air. I'm going to enjoy the smell, the sound, the view is beautiful. Drink my coffee, then I'll get to it. Well, as you guys can see, I had quite a bit of eggs together this morning, which I am very thankful, feel blessed. So I'm going to take these in, get them cleaned up so that I can put them away. Patrick's having a hard day today. His body's not feeling so well. I slept wonderfully last night through the storm, and him not so much. He has new, I think, aches and pains. You know, we had mentioned on a previous devotion that he was healed of some of the side pain that he had for a long time, the place that he had the gallbladder taken out. The pain he's feeling now, I think, is a little bit different. You know, it's amazing how cancers and diseases and sickness can just really take a person down. But it's no coincidence that I am going to read what I'm going to read today as an encouraging word to you from the Lord, because this word is also for me. You know, it stormed here last night, and a lot of the times when it's storming, it's hard for a person to go to sleep, like lay down and go to sleep in the midst of the storm, right? Like physically. So the things that are going on in a lot of our lives, not only ours but yours too, probably, you're in a storm. You are in a storm. But we can have peace in the storm. And today's encouraging word tells us that we can rest in the Lord. So in our storms, we can rest. We can rest in our storms. Just like I did last night, actually. So when I woke up this morning, I was reading, you know, in the Word, and I was like, wow, Lord, you totally put this one together. So I'm reading, and still in Hebrews, guys. We're going to be reading a little bit in chapter 3 and going on down into verse 4. So if you're still with me, I encourage you to stick this out, okay? Because you need this word. We all need this word. Like it or not, you need the word of God every day in your life. So that's what this is about. This moment right here with me and you, we're going to read this word together, okay? From the Lord. It says, "And who was it who rebelled against God, even though they heard his voice? Wasn't it the people Moses led out of Egypt? And who made God angry for 40 years? Wasn't it the people who sinned? Whose corpses lay in the wilderness? And to whom was God speaking when he took an oath that they would never enter his rest? Wasn't it the people who disobeyed him? So we see that because of their unbelief, they were not able to enter his rest. God's promise of entering his rest still stands. So we ought to tremble with fear that some of you might fail to experience it. For this good news that God has prepared this rest has been announced to us just as it was to them. But it did them no good because they didn't share the faith of those who listened to God. For only we who believe can enter his rest. As for the others, God said, "In my anger I took an oath. They will never enter my place of rest." Okay, guys, so there are people right now in unbelief, faithless. Like they have faith in things and other things, but not Jesus. And they're walking around unrested. Like they have fear all over them. They have worry all over them. They have anxiety all over them. We have to remember that we can enter into his rest in the midst of everything. I hate cancer. I hate disease. And I hate sickness, and it needs to go back to the pit of hell where it belongs. But, even though those things are around us, and even though those things are trying to close in on us, it doesn't mean that we walk in fear. Faith over fear. So I'm choosing faith. I'm choosing to stay in this place of rest and peace. I'm not ignoring the situation, but I'm not giving it my attention in fear. Okay? Speaking life back into it. That this thing will not overcome us. That it will not be the thing that ends the physical life on this earth. Only God knows. He is still in control, and I believe he still hears the prayers of the righteous, which availeth much, guys. So that should be the number one, I think. We just continue to pray about it. As you're in the mornings, you're getting up, pray, talk to God. As you're getting ready, talk to God. As you're preparing food or breakfast or lunch or dinner or whatever you're doing when you're cooking, when you're washing dishes, when you're doing laundry, when you're in your garden, even at work if you can, talk to God about it. That's the only thing that's going to get us through. This might seem a little scattered. I got a lot on my mind because a lot's going on. But man, I slept through the storm last night, so I'm going to rest. I'm going to rest in our life storm. I'm going to rest knowing that God's got it under control. And I hope you guys do the same. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting us by liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. If you have prayers, post them, list them in the comments. Let us know what's going on. We all pray for each other. It's how we're going to get through this. So you guys have an amazing day.